All right. Sergeant Villacorta, Harris County Sheriff's Office Vehicular Crimes Division. So tonight, just before midnight, our District 3 units received a call, the 17600 block of East Freeway. The call was for a road over crash with a possible fatality. Vehicular Crimes Division responded to the scene and gathered information. From what we gathered, the driver was heading westbound into town, lost control of the vehicle, veered off the road, slid down the embankment onto the feeder road and went into a rollover into a ditch that's located on the side of the feeder road. The driver was able to exit the vehicle, which was overturned, and he was able to get his male passenger outside of the vehicle. The male passenger was confirmed deceased. The male driver is fine. He sought medical treatment here on scene, but was not transported to the hospital. Our VCD investigators conducted a standardized field sobriety test on the driver and determined he is not intoxicated and displayed no signs of intoxication. We've called, so the investigation is still ongoing to determine speed, if that was a factor in this case.
So did he have to walk a distance to get help?
Yes, so he had to walk almost a mile to the nearest gas station where the driver was able to call for help and get our response out here.
Do we have an age of the deceased person?
So the deceased person is, from what the driver's telling us, he is a 17-year-old male.
Do we know the relationship between the driver and the deceased?
At this time, we do not.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you.
Oh my God, friends. So the car is deep into the water. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all, okay? Dang, did y'all hear that, friends? Oh my gosh. All right. There was an accident where the driver of the vehicle drove off the embankment, like they drove off the freeway and they veered off, drove off the embankment and into some water. This is a young man that was getting field sobriety tested in my last video. Well, they determined he's not drunk or anything like that. This is just a very horrible accident. His 17-year-old passenger, the car was underwater. He was able to get the passenger out, but unfortunately the passenger passed away. And man, we're out here. It's just a very terrible accident tonight out here in Channelview, friends. Man, pray for them. Very terrible accident. They need to put like some sort of guardrails right there, man. We don't know the relationship, if they're family or what, friends or what's going on. Yeah. Man, please be safe out there, friends. Damn, this sucks. So that's what we have. Are y'all there? Can y'all hear me? Say a little prayer, man, before you lay down. Or right now, whatever. We need prayer warriors out there. Poor young man he was all by himself, like trying to help the person. And then look how far he had to walk to get to a gas station. That's about a mile away. You see that gas station over there? I'm pretty sure he walked all the way over there to that one probably. That's the only one I could see if I were here. Look how far he had to walk to get help. Think about it. The phone is in the water, everything, like you can't get no help. And it's so isolated, nobody would know to look down here. Ay, Dios mío. So that field sobriety test, he's not drunk. Damn. My goodness. Yes, there was no help available. Like this young man had to walk all the way after this accident. He had to walk all of this. Look, hold on, friends. He had to walk on foot all the way wherever he could find a gas station over there. Look how far that is from here. Y'all see any gas stations? I see that one over there. driver. Prayers for the deceased. Man, what a sad thing, man. There needs to be some sort of guardrails. This is not the first time that somebody drives off of it. I'll tell y'all that much. We had a missing woman, a missing Houston woman. She was missing for months. Nobody even knew. And it turns out that she did the same and went into some water. But in her situation, it was right under the freeway. So I don't know if it's this exit or the other one, but somewhere around here, one of these exits. I think it was Magnolia. I don't know. Just so sad, y'all. So they're out here measuring. They're out here doing their investigation. They have a VCD too, Vehicular Crimes Division. There's a fatality out here. And yeah, just sad. Unfortunately, he was able to get his passenger out of there. But unfortunately, the passenger had died. ¿Qué tal, mi raza? Aquí estoy en la 10, en la carretera este. Aquí donde está la Monmouth, en Channelview. Un muchacho iba manejando, un hombre joven iba manejando su carro y se desvió. De aquí se desvió de la carretera y terminó el carro inundándose en el agua. El chofer sacó a su pasajero que tenía 17 años, le trató de dar ayuda, pero desafortunadamente el pasajero ya había fallecido. Yo creo que se ahogó, no sé de qué falleció. Luego, el chofer, no teniendo su teléfono o ningún auxilio, se tuvo que ir caminando hasta casi una milla, donde hay una gasolinera, para pedir auxilio, porque aquí está muy aislado, no había ayuda, nadie le ayudó. No creo que alguien vio, no creo que hayan visto la gente lo que sucedió. Estaba solo, sin ayuda. Y el pasajero tenía 17 años. Y pues aquí están investigando. El chofer ya le hicieron examen para ver que no estaba manejando intoxicado, y no estaba intoxicado. No mostraba señas de estar conduciendo bajo influencia de ninguna. Yeah, friends, it's hard to flag down cars, y'all. Like, trust me. Some people will not pull over and you could get ran over. I don't know, like, he did the best he could. He did the best he could with what he had at the moment, you know. I'm sure he tried to climb up here and try to flag people down. You know, people just keep going. It's easy to suggest, but we don't know what this poor man was going through. Man, prayers going up, man. Are y'all still there? Hold on, friends. All right, give me some thumbs up. Are we still there? Oraciones, manden oraciones al muchacho. Qué feo, qué traumático. Y no se sabe la relación. Pueden ser hermanos, pueden haber sido amigos. El cuerpo de él está por aquí, pero no se ve. Él está todavía donde cayó el agua, por ahí. Yeah. So if you're just now tuning in, a young man was driving and he veered off from the freeway. This is I-10 East. This is in the direction of going to Houston. They were traveling, like, going back into town. We're in Channelview, Texas right now, okay? This is I-10 near Monmouth. This is the exit for Monmouth. So they drove. He had one passenger, a 17-year-old, and they drove. And at some point, he drove off the freeway. For whatever reason, he drove off the freeway. And poor thing, he's back there in the back seat of that cop car. My God, pray for him. I just want to cry. He drove off the freeway and ended up somehow going into the water, which has happened before to others. It's not the first of its kind. Unfortunately, he was able to get out, and the car is submerged in the water. But unfortunately, his 17-year-old passenger is deceased. The 17-year-old passed away. Yeah, the 17-year, and then And then he didn't get help. He couldn't get any help. His phone's wet, whatever is going on. He had to walk from here, where the car ended up, out the water. He had to walk all the way, almost a whole mile, to get help from a gas station. And that's when the call came in from Harris County Sheriff's Office. You know, that's when they got the call that somebody had drove into the water. Prayers going up, man. I think wherever they're photographing right there, I think that's where he's at. But into the brush. He's still back there. Like, you can't see him. But that's where the deceased is, I think. Oh my God. How so sad, man. How very sad. Pobrecitos, man. Los accidentes pasan, pero qué tragedia, ¿verdad? Pobrecito. Yes, this is a sad one, y'all. My God. All right, we're here in Channelview, Texas. Let me show you guys. Les voy a mostrar también la mapa. I'm going to show you all the map. Hold on. Look how much water there is out here, right? Hold on. Sí, qué tragedia. Qué tragedia, amigos y amigas. Man, qué tragedia. Friends, this is a tragedy, man. All right, so where I'm standing, but up ahead, right? This is where I'm standing, right? That's I-10. They were where that yellow line is. That's when they started driving. That's when they drove off the freeway. Donde está la línea amarilla es donde se desviaron. Then they ended up in that blue part. That's water. That's a creek. That's something. I don't know what that is. Donde está el amarillo es donde se desviaron, y aquí está el agua donde terminó el carro. It's nothing but water around here. Look where I'm at. I'm in Channelview. All right, AJ, I'm going to do one last update, okay? So, a young man was driving his car. We just got sound, so you can play the video all over again. And you'll hear from the Harris County Sheriff's Office, VCD. A sergeant just talked to us. So, there was a vehicle, and there was a young man, a Hispanic man driving, and his passenger, a 17-year-old. They were, somehow he drove off the freeway and ended up in a creek, like a water, some body of water, some portion of water over here. He was able to get out. He tried to get his passenger out, and he was successful, but unfortunately, it was too late for the passenger, the 17-year-old. A 17-year-old passed away even after he got him out. There was no aid available for him right away, so this young man, after trying to rescue his 17-year-old passenger, whatever, and all of that stuff that was happening, he walked all the way, about a mile away, to the nearest gas station to ask them for help. So that's all we have. We have a young man driving, and a 17-year-old passenger that passed away at the scene. Bye, friend. Be safe. What a tragedy, man. Yeah, the thing is, friends, everybody's like, sometimes the freeway is all by itself, so we don't know. Sometimes I'm driving on the freeway and there's nobody else with me, especially at 12 midnight or whenever this happened. Who knows? Maybe people thought they took the exit. You know, everybody minds their own business, kind of, you know. I don't know, like, he might have gotten up here to try to flag people down and nobody paid attention, or whatever's going on. There's so many things that we weren't here, you know, to experience the horror that this young man did. So sad, man. This is like, man, They need to put guardrails, though. I'll tell y'all that, because this is not the only accident like this. So wherever they were photographing, I think that's where the 17-year-old was at. All right, friends. Yeah, prayers going up. Are y'all still with me? Can you hear me? I'm about to end this video. ¿Sí me pueden escuchar? Miren quién llega. ¿Sí me escuchan? Denme así. Let me see who's coming in. Oh, the medical. Ya llegaron el examinador médico. Ya vienen por el cuerpo del joven. They're coming to pick up the body, friends. Oh, man. Prayers for them, too. Mira. Ya aquí se termina el video. Ya nos vemos pronto. Ya me voy a la casa. I'm going home, y'all. You know, to say a little prayer for this young man. This is not the way. This is so sad, man. And I hope that there's better road improvements here, because there will be accidents like this and we don't want no one else to die, man. Me. Audio's good. Thank you, friends. I'm seeing the comments now. Thank you. It's hard to do these live videos with no visibility of the comments. I don't know if y'all can still hear me or not. And yeah, tienen todo cerrado ahorita. Esta salida, nadie puede salir en esta salida. Nobody can get out of this exit. Y'all, please say a prayer. The ME's here. I don't know how they're gonna get that. The tow truck's got to come get that out of the water. I don't know what kind of car it was. This is Channelview, Texas. This is the county, you guys. This is Harris County. A car went into the water. It had two occupants inside. Driver was able to exit out of a car that got submerged in the water. He attempted to get his passenger out, who was 17 years old, and he did get his passenger out, but unfortunately the passenger had already passed away. Then the young man, with all the trauma and everything he experienced, he had to walk about a mile to get help at that gas station. Y'all see those lights over there? I'm just repeating myself again, y'all. I'm sorry. I just want everybody to get a little understanding. See that gas station over there? Probably. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live video. Y'all can see, for those jumping on right now and don't have a clue. Y'all be safe, friends. We're out here in Channelview, Texas, I-10 and Monmouth. Right here. The car went into that little blue right there. The blue that's on the screen, that's where the car went. A 17-year-old passed away as a result, and the car's in the water, and the medical examiner's here. They're gonna come get him, come pick him up. Ay, Dios mío. Y'all be safe, friends. All right. Walk me to my car, and then we're out. Yeah, good night. Say a prayer, please. Man, he was all by himself, man, all lonely, trying to get help, man, and all you could do is just walk to the nearest gas station a mile away. Jesus, man. Prayers. Oh shit. Oh shit. I just fell in water right now myself. Look, I fell in that puddle. This one. All right, no more hood news for the rest of the night. Your girl's gotta sleep, man. Prayers. I don't even think I can sleep like this, man. This is sad stuff. Oh man. Now I have to wait for the Emmy to move. The driver appears to be like late teens, maybe early 20s. He's very young. I deleted the last video because we don't need to have all that on there. What we got was the soundbite with the sergeant, and that's the information that's relevant. That's what we need. He doesn't need to see that. Like, I love him. I don't even know this little boy, this young man, and I just feel so terrible for all of this that they experienced. Please drive safe out there, friends.